Hello everyone, welcome to another video of our series UPSC CSC 2026 CSAT paper. I am Dr. Ritesh Singla. This is the sixth lecture of this series. In the previous lectures, we have taken care of all the questions based on mathematics and logical reasoning which were asked in set A of CSAT paper 2026. In this video, we will start with question number 51. So the question says seven cubes are identical in shape. Out of these, the weight of each of the six cubes is equal and the weight of the remaining cube is less than the weight of any other cube. A balance is used to identify the lightest cube. What is the minimum number of attempts required to distinguish the odd cube with certainty? So how many attempts will you require so that you can say that okay, this is the cube which have the lightest weight because that is the odd cube. So when we say that you need to say it with certainty, you have to be 100% sure. So you start with the worst case scenario. Then in the first case, when you have balanced it, both the cubes were having equal weight. So two cubes are gone in the first instance. Two cubes of equal weight were taken. Equal weight were taken. Again, second instance, another two cubes. Third instance, no matter which two cubes you take, you will be able to tell, okay, this is the lightest. Because if one is the lightest, one is heavier, then the uh, weighing scale will tell you. And if both of them again have the same weight, the one which is left is the lightest. So in any case, in the third instance, you will be able to justify that this is the lightest cube. So the answer is third, option B. So in three instances, you will be able to say which one is the lightest cube, and this is the minimum. You cannot really justify below that with certainty. Okay, let us move to the second question. Another question, which is question number 56. A person facing east travels 4 kilometers straight. So from here, he travels here 4 kilometers and then turns right and travel 3 kilometers. 3 kilometers. Then turn left and travel 2 kilometers and again turns left and runs 3 kilometers. So basically 2 kilometers. The minimum distance between the final point and the initial point. So this is first point, this is initial final point. So the minimum distance is 4 plus 2, 6 kilometers. And the direction in which the person is facing at the final point. So at which direction is the person is facing? So the distance is 6 kilometer, but now the person is facing north. So 6 kilometer and north, option D, because he traveled from here to here. Okay, so the direction was important because one might have clicked that okay 6 kilometer east, but no, he's pointing towards north now because he came from south to north, from bottom to top, so he's pointing towards north. So that should be important. This is the direction. So let me mark the direction with another color. Earlier the direction was east, then the direction was south, then it was again east, and ultimately the direction was north. Okay, so option D is correct. Question number 57. In a sequence of number, each number other than the first two is the sum of the two immediate preceding numbers. So if any one of you is from the math background, they will know that this is a special kind of sequence or series which we term as Fibonacci sequence. So what it is saying is first number is 4, next is 7, and after that whatever number you take, it is the sum of the immediate previous two. So the next number will be 11, then 18, then 29, then 47. Then 40 and 30, 70, it will be 76, and so on. Then the sixth number. So they are asking sixth. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. 47. Option D. Fine. They have given the first two numbers and then they said that any number is the summation of the immediate previous two. So third number is x1 plus x2, x4 is x2 plus x3, and so on. So 4 plus 7, 11, 11 plus 7, 18, 18 plus 11, 29, 29 plus 18, 47. Answer. Okay. Let us move to the next question. 58. The ratio of male to female workers in two companies A and B is 13:10 and 7:5. So assume in company A we have 23x workers and in company B we have 12y workers, because we do not exactly know. In 23x, 13x are male, 10x is female. In 12y, 7y is male and 5y is female. If both the companies have the same number of female workers, so 10x is equal to 5y. This implies y is equal to 2x. This implies B has 24x workers, and out of which 14x is male and 10x is female. What is the ratio of the total number of workers in A to those in B? So it is 23x ratio 24x. So basically 23 ratio 24. So option B is correct. So if you have seen the previous video, you might have observed that the initial questions were somehow difficult, but in this video or the previous video where we have tackled from question number 41 to 50, and even the previous video where we have seen questions from 31 to 40, they are very easy. You just need like couple of seconds or maybe 30 seconds to solve the question. You do not even need 3 minutes. Sorry. Let us move to the next question. Question number 59. If the product of the HCF and LCM of two distinct number is the cube of one of the numbers. Okay, let x and y be two numbers and d be the HCF of x comma y. So basically d divide x, d divide y, and L be the LCM of x comma y. So basically x divide L, x divide y. Okay, and if the product of SCF and LCM of two distinct number, and we can assume that x is less than y without loss of generality, is the cube of one of the numbers. Okay, SCF and LCM is cube of one of the numbers. So if you see, if I am saying that d into L, so basically x is equal to some dp1, y is equal to some dp2, and L is equal to some xq1, and L is equal to some yq2. This is something which might create some confusion, but let us see. Then which of the following statement is or are correct? Okay, which of the following statement is or are correct? So they want to ask what is y minus x. Okay, so if I'm taking, say, it is saying that if you just multiply d and L, which is say dxq1 somehow, and it will be d square p1 q1. So L is equal to d p1 q1. Okay, we are not getting here anything. Let us see it again. So if the product of SCF and LCM of two distinct numbers is the cube of one of the numbers, then what if the following statement is or are correct? So we have, since we have assumed that the smallest number is x, so the cube will be at max x. So the product will be at max x. That is first thing you need to be sure about, that d into l must can be at max x cube. Okay, and from here you will observe that you are already having x and x square. If I'm taking y to be x square, so x and x square, if I add, these are two numbers, so what is their highest common factor? It is x. What is their LCM? It is x square. If I product them, it is x cube, which is the product of the first number. So all the conditions are satisfied. So we have, say, x and x square are the two numbers. Difference between these two numbers, so it will be x square minus x, which is x into x minus 1, which is even for sure, right? Because if x is even, then x into x minus 1 is even. If x is odd, then x minus 1 is even, so the product is even. So first statement is true. One of the number is a perfect square. Yes, one of the number is a perfect square because x square is a perfect square. Say y is x square, which is a perfect square. So this is also true. So both 1 and true are true. Option C is correct. Okay. We can also do this by going through these hefty calculation, but this is the first thing which we can observe here, that product of SCF and LCM is the cube of the first number. So that is the first thing which should click in the mind. Okay, the last question of this video: if x and y are two digits and the number 4x 5y 790 is divisible by 11. So if I want to write it as in decimal form, so it will be 0 into 1 plus 9 into 10 plus 7 into 100 plus y into 1000 plus 5 into 10,000 plus 1 lakh into x plus 10 lakh into 4. So they are saying that this number is divisible by 11. So as I said earlier in one of the videos, that whenever you want to find the modulus, so you just do that mode. What will be the mode 10? So it will be individual term. So 90 mode 11 is 2, 100 mode 11 is 1, so it will be 7, 1000 mode 11 will be 10. 10 is minus 1, so it is, so you can just write 10y for the time being. 10,000 mode 11 is again 1, which is 5. 1 lakh mode 11 is 10, 10x. And 10 lakh mode 11 is again 1. Okay, so it is 4. So if I just club them 7 and 4, so it is also gone. If I take mode 11, remainder after 11. So it is 10 times x plus y plus 7. This is divisible by 11, so it is some 11z. What I have done is I have taken, when I am saying that this number is divided by 11, this number was some 11 times p. So whatever was multiple of 11, I took it in the right hand side and I just club it in z. So now you need to find the choice on x plus y. Okay, what should be the value of x plus y? Suppose x plus y is 1, so it will be 17, not divisible by 11, cross. X plus y is 3, it will be 37, not divisible by 11. X plus y is 5, it will be 57, not divisible by 7. X plus y is 7, it will be 77, divisible by 11. So option D. Okay, so this is the basic trick in this question which we have used, that we have just made the complete number in the decimal form, and in the decimal form the remainder of we found the remainder when we divided by 11, or basically we took everything which is a multiple of 11 to be in the right hand side. So we got that 10 times x plus y plus 7 is divided by 11. So x plus y should be what? Either of these, as they have asked. But if x plus y is anything 1, 3, 5 or 7, then it is a problem. Okay, so 7 should be the answer. Okay, with this we come to an end to this video. and we will discuss the rest of the questions in the next video. Thank you for watching.